here, Professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a scantron, it's pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement, still moving, subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, right? Jim Jones is a clip. I think he was with Funk Flex. And he was like, when Cameron got on, he said, listen, I'm gonna bring you to the water, but you gotta fish for yourself. And Jim Jones was like, hey, that's all I need. Just bring me to the water. Now, the reason why that's important is because there are people who, need to be taught how to fish. There are people who just bring me to the water. I fish with my hands and I figure it out along the way because I just need to get to the water. I appreciate you for bringing me to the water types. And there are people who I want a fish plate every day type. And a lot of people aren't willing to work. Like when people say somebody put you on, a person can give you the opportunity. They can't make the rest happen for you. And I've seen a lot of people talk about people falling out because, hey man, you were supposed to put me on. Put you on as in what? I saw that with a clip from 50 Cent recently. When he was like, look, yo, I can't write the album for you. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't make your stuff hot for you. You got to do that. So that's the interesting thing. Like if somebody gives you the opportunity, you got to make it work. Like life is fair. Sometimes life is unfair. I saw a clip with Dr. Dre when he was saying, he doesn't consider himself, he thinks there are producers out there that are better than him. But he feels like, if you have drive and a work ethic, you can be bigger than him. But he does feel like there are people who are better than him. And you can't control what people like and what people want and what people gravitate to. You cannot control that. But you can get to the water. And if you can get to the water, get what you can get. Some people are better fishermen than others. Some people are catch a wave, faster than others. And some people are in the right place at the right time. And some people are excellent fishermen. It's just, they just have a tougher road to catch fish. It's like everything that happens easily for other people, it doesn't happen easy for them. It's just the opportunity. Now, I will say this. Going back to, I was talking about the Pivot podcast, and they had Leonard Fournette. And Leonard Fournette said, ain't nothing, nothing's been really easy. I had to work for everything. And I'm going to say this, and there's no disrespect to Leonard Fournette because from New Orleans, so shout out to that. He went to St. Aug. My dad went to St. Aug, so I can't hate on that, right? But he's like, he got to work for everything. And the problem with that is this. Sometimes you see athletes and entertainers, and when you get into their backstory, they never take into consideration that they've been brought to the water multiple times because people believed in them. And there were people who were just as good, if not better, that people did not bring to the water to give them an opportunity because they didn't believe in them or they figured they'll find the water themselves. So a lot of times people are very fortunate in life because they've got multiple opportunities because this person brought you to the water, but you had a bad attitude. So they just said bye. But they told another person about you. And that person said, I'm going to try to bring you to the water. And you messed that up. And they're like, bye. And this other person said, I'm going to bring you to the water. Bye. And about the fifth, sixth time, it started to click. And you're like, oh. And now it's like, yeah. But see, there are people in there that weren't brought to the water once. They heard there's water somewhere, but no. And it's like, where is it at? I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you because I know you're the type that you'll fish with your hands once you find it. And you know what? And you just be out there and you'll figure it out one day. So like some people get starved of opportunity while other people get a buffet of opportunity. And Is it right? No. Is it fair? No. But it is. That's what happens. So what winds up happening is, you know, you can appreciate somebody more who, if you bring them to water, if you bring them to the water, they say, man, look, this is all I need. I really appreciate you. You know what? Whatever goes on from here, I gotta thank you. And in my opinion, we have an issue in our community because we have a tendency to bring the wrong people to the water on a more frequent basis. We're incentivizing people who want to fish dinner all the time. You know, if I just bring them to the water enough, they gonna learn it, the beauty of fishing for themselves. And it's like, no, they're not. You're just enabling their entitlement because you're one of many people who brought them to the water. That's all you're doing. And then when these other people starve out, or because they never got an opportunity, or when these other people say, I'm gonna find it myself, and they're in the right path, and you detour them because you don't want them to go, because they're good on their own, because it's like, they're not gonna come back because we ain't help them. So the water's over here, but I'm gonna tell them to go over here, and now you lead them into a desert, and they got to figure it out and turn around and come back. You get what I'm saying? If they make it, it becomes an issue, a big issue. So, but for the people who lead people to the water and go, hey, this is it, and the other person goes, thank you. That's how it's supposed to work. That's how it's supposed to work. Because everybody doesn't get the opportunity to even go to the water. So be grateful if somebody takes you. But for the people taking people to the water, vet who you taking. You know what I'm saying? Vet who you taking. Because everybody ain't supposed to go, even though you like them. They're not supposed to go. Because you can bring somebody to the water that's going to drown your ship because you ain't giving them fish dinners, even though, you cast a net out and there's thousands of pounds of fish now. Because they don't even want to pull it up or cook it. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.